Hi, and welcome to Juicy Conversations episode 3. I am coming at you from Goncalves, which is in Minas Gerais, Brazil. I've been seeing a theme this week with my clients and in my personal life. And that theme is bringing your authentic voice to familial relationships. It's often challenging to bring our full self to this part of our life. At a young age, we learn from our parents that there are appropriate and inappropriate conversations to have. Maybe your family never talked about money, or you got punished for being sad. So you avoided conversations around finances and learned that sadness is bad. And from that point, you learn to suppress parts of yourself. I'll give you an example here. My mom would get really angry when I disagreed with her, and I pushed her on that topic. Later, after she had released her wrath, she would blame me for having gone too far or for not listening to her. Growing up, I learned to read my mom and knew what I could talk about and get away with, and what would trigger her and push her over the edge. When I grew, this meant I wouldn't engage in conversations where there was a disagreement or if we weren't on the same page. I would shut down and say things like, "I don't want to talk about this," and just get flustered. Many things ended up unsaid because of that. As you can see, showing up authentically and honestly and open became challenging or impossible. Bringing your authentic voice can feel like pulling a tree that has really deep roots. We become afraid of receiving the same reaction we did as a child, even in our adult relationships. In the larger scheme of things, we begin to believe that we can't be the full spectrum of ourselves, that expressing what is on our heart can lead to rejection or some type of emotional pain. And in the end, relationships start to stagnate or they find themselves in some circular loops. Consider that keeping things in is costing you something. Imagine a rainbow who only shows their green, blue, and purple side. It wouldn't be a rainbow now, would it? So I want to ask you, what is it costing you to keep the peace? What is the payoff of you not sharing your heart? What would be possible if you could bring your full authenticity everywhere? It takes courage to speak about uncomfortable topics with loved ones, but it's definitely worth it. If you're in the camp of, "Nah, Juliana, I've tried this and it's not worth my time or energy," I invite you to consider getting in touch with your what for. What do you want more of or less of in your familial relationships? If you start going down the rabbit hole of naming all the things you don't want, consider pausing and getting back in touch with what would having less of that thing give you? What do you desire and are willing to work towards? It's different to say that you want less fights and bickering, and it's different to want more connection and play. So get in touch with both sides. When you've gotten clear about what you want the relationship to look like, go out and have the conversation with your loved one. If you want to be better at having honest, authentic conversations, have more of them. Don't be afraid to get messy. Trust me, you can clean it up. "I'm so sorry" is a great place to start a cleanup conversation. Go out, have the conversation that's on your heart. Tell your head to take a break and move out of the way. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it or found the content valuable, leave a comment or hit the like button. I hope you have a splendid week, and I'll see you soon. Ciao!